So we understand when the Senate President Akpabio said they shared about 30 billion to the governors, whether they gave 30 billion to each governor or they gave 30 billion to all the governors, I don't understand. Okay. Now, after making the statement he made, everybody came for him. I think some governors started saying, starting from Edo State governor, started telling them how much they received and not what the Senate President is saying. And some people did not even see the money at all. So with the uproar, now the Senate President has gone to beg. So now it's coming out clear that because of fear of impeachment, Akpabio had to beg. Akpabio says so that he talks like somebody who does not reason. The same vein, he exposed how he gave what they call it. He gave them money to go for recession, to go for break. And when he said they have sent something to their account, and he said it on the public view. And when they decided on him, he changed it to it was the word he called it. Okay, email. He has sent email to them, to their mailbox. Now he has come out to blow another blunder, but I'm sure there must be some element of truth in it because the state government has been getting money left, right, and center. Only God knows what they're doing with the money. The governors are part of the problem. So now it's being written here, 30 billion Naira fund allegation, how fear of impeachment forced Akpabio to apologize to the governors. About a week ago, the president of the Senate, Akpabio, caused his media office to issue a statement indicating his apologies to the 36 state governors, whom he had earlier accused of collecting 30 billion naira from the federal government to end the food crisis in the country. Akpabio, during plenary on Wednesday, February 21st, 2024, spoke regarding an unverified cumulative sum of about 30 billion naira to the sub-national government by the federal government for various interventions to ameliorate the food situation of our citizens at the sub-national government. But a statement by Akpabio's special advisor on media and publicity, Eseme Eyibo, spoke of misconceptions in the public domain about the Senate President's comment at the Senate plenary, adding that the unfortunate conjectures are regretted. Can you imagine? However, 2 days after issuing the statement, it emerged that Akpabio again met with representatives of the Nigerian Governors Forum, before whom he tendered an unreserved apology regarding the gaffe on the Senate floor. Can you imagine? So insiders in the National Assembly told the Sunday Tribune that the decision of the Senate President to issue an apology and then follow it up with a physical meeting to further plead for forgiveness from the governors was informed by the high-stake politics already being weaved around his seat in the aftermath of the statement, and which is all about impeachment. That is it. So fear of impeachment made him to rescind. Sources in the National Assembly had told the Sunday Tribune that there had been some love lost between Akpabio and especially members of the Northern Senators Forum, who felt that he had been leading the Senate astray. So it was further gathered that immediately after Akpabio made the statement, those who had already disliked his leadership started reaching out to the governors on the need for him to back the senators' bid to oust Akpabio, senator as Senate president. Can you imagine? So a source stated that while the governors all felt enraged by the allegation, many of them, especially those belonging to the ruling All Progressive Congress, were reluctant to enter into the feud in the Senate without hearing from the presidency on the matter. So it was further gathered, however, that with indications emerging that the presidency may not defend Akpabio on the matter, the ranks of governors willing to move against the Senate president swelled up. So another source after that confirmed that it was based on the realization of the extent of the threat coming from the governors that Akpabio had to issue an apology and further begged for forgiveness at a meeting in Abuja. Make it not beg now. Sources in the Senate had hinted that the fear of the impeachment had heightened in Akpabio's camp, especially in the last months of 2023, following the tense moment raised at the different meetings of the northern senators where issues were raised against the Senate president. It's not a serious one. Oh. Must tell you the truth. This is a very serious one. So a source confirmed that it got so bad that the Senate president had to set up some teams to spy on the offices of some strategic senators. So a source in the know said anytime 2 or 3 senators converge in the office of a particular northeastern senator, the alarm would go off and the said senator would receive a call from the Senate leader, Senator Akpabio Bamidele, asking leader, are we safe? Are we safe? Can you imagine? That's the question. So sources further said that Akpabio was specifically worried that the gaffe could sweep the rug off his feet, given a statement President Bola Tinubu was said to have made to him, Akpabio, in May last year, just before he was finally endorsed for the Senate presidency. So it was learned that while President Tinubu was settling the misgivings between Akpabio and an influential northern senator, I'm sure it must be Senator Ndume, the senator who had been reluctant to support Akpabio up to that point, was said to have promised to support the former Akwa Ibom State governor because of the president's intervention, but warned that he may not be able to save Akpabio if the South-South senators cause trouble among senators by his actions or inactions. So the northern senator was said to have told President Tinubu that he would not be the architect of Akpabio's removal as Senate president, but that the Senate president could be the architect of his own downfall through his actions or inactions, a source stated. So the president, in his reply, was said to have told Akpabio that if that happened, he, the president, would also look the other way and that Akpabio would be on his own. That statement by President Tinubu had been ringing in Akpabio's head all along, and immediately he heard that senators opposed to his leadership were already willing or wooing the governors. He knew that that could be a source of danger and the red flag, his source said. And so that was why he went to quickly apologize. Can you imagine? Yeah? That was bad. Okay, and somebody saying the gaffe of Senate president is too much, and too much apologies make a Senate a play and comedy square rather than a serious Senate. So Nigerians have lost interest on the leadership and entire Senate. A whole Senate president making unconfirmed comment upon comment, severally unchecked. What a disappointment. After all, even Tinubu himself as president made a lot of gaffes during the campaign. So all of them are the same. Akpabio is the chief houseboy of the executive. He is a shameless, corrupt man. Abi, make them pull him out, make EFCC baba. Eh? As somebody say, like your father, Abi, son of a lewd woman. You don't even know who your father is. Can you imagine? They're insulting themselves. Governor of Abia State is quoted to have said he will prove to Nigerians how Nigerian governors are thieves. Of course, Nigerians already know that they are proper thieves, of course. Of course, the Nigerian governors, they are not helping situation at all in this country. It is quite unfortunate. Somebody saying the truth is that even Nigerians don't want to know the truth as they keep on attacking the messenger instead of verifying the message. Akpabio, we know, would always expose public funds wherever it is hidden. So in every money Akpabio exposed, there are atoms of truth, if probably verified. So he may renounce his statement or even apologize as human when he discovered the presidency is not willing to defend him through the issuing agencies. Hence, the presidency doesn't want to engage in any allegations against the state governors for the sake of second term agenda. Okay, second term agenda support. So Akpabio has to apologize and play along. After all, Nigerians don't want to know the truth. Even the attacks on his person, Akpabio used to expose and disgrace hoarded public money as a governor and use him for the masses' greater benefit. So don't blame his temperament. After his regime, maybe a secretive Senate president that Nigerians would like will emerge. Okay, what are you trying to say now? Akpabio was once tried to expose the members uh, of the National Assembly when he was the NDDC chairman. The issues of corruption, then was huge. In Nigeria, needed someone who is bold enough. Okay, unfortunately, Akpabio was shouted off your mic, or a lot of Nigerians didn't actually understand what was going on there. Even till date, people are still seeing Akpabio as the main culprit. I'm not surprised that the irony of life. Apologize or not apologize, we don't already hear them. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.